Hello, everyone. It's Father Eduardo from St. Anne's. I just wanted to offer a few words and some reflections on the Pentecost gospel, the gospel from this past Sunday. The last few weeks, even the last few months, have been jarring and chaotic, to say the least. Uncertainty and anxiety spread by a pandemic. Fear and violence enveloping parts of our nation. And even fear and confusion reaching our own parish community with the hospitalization of Father Al. It feels like we can't even find a moment of peace, a moment where things just go back to normal. What is Christ's answer to turmoil, to our personal struggles, our fears and anxieties? Christ confronts turmoil with peace. He confronts fear with hope. Christ sends us the Holy Spirit as our advocate, our helper, our counselor in times of distress. We are renewed through the working of the Holy Spirit. In the gospel from this past Sunday, the disciples had many of the same feelings that we currently have. The disciples had just seen Jesus suffer and die. Some of them had seen the empty tomb, but at this point in John's gospel, only Mary Magdalene had seen the risen Christ. The disciples did not know what to think. They were confused. Where had Christ's body gone? Where could their teacher, their friend that they had spent years following, have gone off to? The disciples hid together out of fear. They isolated themselves out of fear, out of uncertainty for what the outside world, a world that seemed filled with turmoil and violence from the day of Christ's passion and death. Yet through their fear, through their isolation and hiding, where was Christ to be found? He was present, inside the room with them. No locked door, no form of isolation, fear nor despair could keep Christ away from them, away from us. And what does he say to greet them? Peace be with you. Peace be with you. As the Father sent me, so I send you. It is with peace that the risen Christ calms the fears of the disciples. It is with peace that the Holy Spirit brings new life to the apostles. It is with peace that the Holy Spirit offers us stability in the chaos of our world. Our peace is not founded on something that is passing. No, our peace is anchored in our faith, so that we can say through the working of the Holy Spirit, Jesus is Lord. The Holy Spirit drives us to hold true to the risen Christ, even as the Easter season comes to a close with Pentecost. The Spirit still moves us to proclaim that Christ is the victor over death. We must remember that the disciples did not remain locked away. The Holy Spirit drove them to share the peace that they had received with the whole world. We have received the Holy Spirit as well. At our baptisms, we have received new life and peace. At our confirmations, we have received the gifts of the Holy Spirit, the tools that we need to testify to Christ alive in our lives. The Spirit gives us grace in all of the sacraments. In our everyday encounters with each other, the Holy Spirit gives us the peace that we need to face our fears and anxieties. How is the Holy Spirit driving us to share peace in our world? Pope Francis tells us, at today's frenzied pace of life, harmony seems swept away. Pulled in 1,000 directions, we run the risk of nervous exhaustion, and so we react badly to everything. But more than anything else, we need the Spirit. He brings order to our frenzy. The Spirit is peace in the midst of restlessness, confidence in the midst of trial and discouragement, joy in sadness, youth in aging, and courage in the hour of our struggles. Amid the stormy currents of life, he anchors us with hope. Without the Spirit, Jesus remains a personage from the past. With the Spirit, he is a person alive in our time. The Holy Spirit brings peace to all, our nation, our world, our parish community, and even our daily lives. The Holy Spirit is at work in us this moment. The Holy Spirit is at work in us when we don't even know how to pray, when we're just searching for words to talk to God. The Holy Spirit is at work providing perseverance and strength to medical personnel and first responders as they help to bring peace of mind to patients suffering with the coronavirus. The Holy Spirit is at work in Father Al as he continues to recover day by day. When the people around us begin to be overwhelmed with fear and anxiety, offer to listen to them. Offer them an opportunity to vent and share the peace that we have received from Christ, from the Holy Spirit. We cannot perpetuate the fear and anxieties of our current times. We must offer words of peace, words of hope, to confront the turmoil of our world. Peace be with you. On Pentecost, we are being sent forth into the world as apostles of peace, not alone, but with the help of the Holy Spirit. Where do we need to bring peace? In our workplaces, in our families, in our friendships, in our world. How is the Holy Spirit moving us to bring peace to all the people we meet?